Supportive housing could be easier to find, and committee members heard about new cameras for safety officers. Here's what happened this week on The Gavel, your weekly Denver City Council wrap-up. Easier access to housing could be coming. On Tuesday, the Community Planning Committee heard a briefing from the Department of Housing Stability on its proposed contracts for permanent supportive housing. People moving into these affordable units would have access to case management and other support services that they need to stay housed. Supportive housing is a good fit for households who have experienced long-term homelessness, people with disabilities or substance use, or people involved in the justice system.
And it's really focused on folks who may have those frequent interactions with systems like hospital systems, criminal justice, and emergency shelters. So really investing in supportive housing can save money in these different systems where we see our frequent users who are continually in and out of jail or hospital.
It can accept youths, family, and single people. The proposed contracts would total about $4.2 million spread out over 5 different providers. Those contracts will come back to committee for a vote in the coming weeks. Committee heard information on upcoming contracts for the Department of Safety. On Wednesday, the Safety Committee heard a briefing from the Sheriff's Department and the Police Department on the contract with Axon, which provides body-worn cameras, tasers, and other technology used by law enforcement. Costs have gone up due to more staffing at the Sheriff and Police Departments and a new centralized database where officers can upload and access evidence, replacing old servers that make it hard for investigators to find what they need. The contracts will be back in the Safety Committee on December 3rd for approval. Committee members did want to see the full contract in advance.
I would like the contract before this comes to the floor. I would want to read and see what is in the contract. What are the protections that are in place? What are the agreements around sharing? All of those things, I want to see what's in it so that, we can try to make this a smooth process. It would be very, very helpful to have that ahead of time.
On Tuesday, the Governance Committee sent to the full council a rescission of money from the general fund to support unbudgeted costs for the year. About $14 million will be moved to various departments throughout the city. The money comes from the contingency fund, which is used for emergencies and other unexpected costs. $11 million will go to the police department to pay for overtime and separation payouts. $1.2 million will go to the city attorney's office for settlement payouts, and $1 million will go towards unemployment insurance. The contingency fund is expected to have about $20 million left at the year's end, up from previous years.
Last year, we spent all but about $1 million from general fund contingency, and a big reason for that was early on in the year last year, we went to supplemental for $10 million for the newcomer response, and then in September, went to supplemental for $8 million to support the temporary rental and utility assistance program.
You can find links to City Council meeting schedules, agendas, events, and news at denvergov.org/citycouncil. Denver City Council meets every Monday at 3:30 at the City and County Building Council Chambers, or tune in live on Denver 8 or Zoom. Be sure to follow us on X, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram for Denver news, events, and information.